Hi everybody, this is the cookie that I started yesterday, or at least one of them, the Minecraft cookies, and I just thought I'd show the final color that I'm putting on. These are the colors that I used, is 3 different shades of green, and now I'm putting on the last green. Eat it. I'd love to eat it. Actually, I have a messed up one that I plan to eat later. So yeah, I will eat it. So this is basically what I did is I went through and filled in, adjoining or not adjoining colors or squares with the color and let them dry, and then I go through. You can see, hold on one second. You can see some of the finished ones already that I've just completed. There's a couple more, and then like on this one, because the greens were right next to each other, the darker greens, I'm going to let these dry, and then I'm going to go back and put the darker green in there. Thank you. I'm glad those look great, because you know how we're our own worst critics. I keep looking at them and going, oh my god, they're horrible. So this is what I do, is I fill in each square, and I try to fill in as many of them as I can. Actually, I'll be able to fill in all of these. And then I go back with a boo-boo stick and make sure all the icing is moved into the corners and touching all the sides of the adjoining squares. And these didn't turn out to have very many dips in them, but if you are finding that you get dips, like divots in your squares or your icing, put a fan on them as they're drying, because the trick there is that the fan dries the crust, the top, and it crusts, and then you don't get that divot. I didn't do that with these because I really didn't see having a problem with divots. And of course I'm using my swivel this time because it's so much easier to turn the cookie when you're using a swivel. Oh, and look, here's the, I don't know if you can see the website, lcsweets.com. I don't get any kickback if you buy one, but buy one, because I mean they're great. I love mine. So all I really do is make sure that it's in the corner and touching the edges. Each one. Try to do it as quickly as possible. I have a question for any of you that are cookiers. Anybody going to CookieCon this year? Because I'm going, it's my first time. And I'm a little nervous because I don't know what I'm doing or how it works, so if you're going, let me know. I'd love to meet some of my internet friends. And I hope I don't burst into tears when I meet some of my cookie idols. So it is hotter than Hades here today. The humidity is killing me. Oh, and then of course I'm at that age where I have my own personal summer every once in a while. And so right now I don't know if it's hot or I'm just having a hot flash. Fun. I have a question too for anybody who's a cookier. If, or actually anybody, caker, cookier, whatever, has anybody ever had experience with selling one of their recipes? I might have that opportunity, and I don't even know, if you're selling a recipe, what do you charge? It's not like, selling cookies, and even that I'm not very good at pricing, because this cookie is taking a lot of work, and I totally undercharged, but live and learn. You know, consistency for this kind of a project is really important. I like my icing to be a little more runny so that it smooths out really well on its own. But for whatever reasons, it doesn't smooth out into the corners of the squares. So you basically just have to move it into the corners, but the rest of it works well. And give it a quick shake and then put it back. Oh, well, thank you. Amazing, I don't think so. It's just basic cooking. We're all good at it. It just takes time to learn. So practice really is the most important thing. And I know the first time somebody told me, just keep practicing, I thought, oh my gosh, it's horrible. But if you get a chance, you know, go back and look at some of your older work and then look what you do now. What a huge difference. I'm totally looking forward to going to CookieCon because I think that's going to really up my game a lot, because there's lots of things I don't know how to do yet. So I'm looking forward to getting tips. Oh, and speaking of tips, you notice I'm using tipless bags, and anybody who has followed me in the last couple of days, I mentioned that I use tips because I don't know how to use the tipless bags. I can I could make an endearment, but I have some more cookies to make in this project, so I'm not quite done. I'll maybe post those later. But I went on to YouTube and looked for tips on using tipless bags, and oh my gosh, you guys, go to YouTube and search for Sweet Hope Cookies and look at her tutorial on using tipless bags. She has totally 150% changed how I'm going to be piping from now on. I will never use tipped bags again. Ever. Never ever. So go check that video out on YouTube. I will load this video on YouTube later and post in my comments or my description a link to her video, because I mean, really totally awesome. So anyways, I'm going to go move on to finish these cookies, and maybe I'll come back when I'm on to the next one. Thank you, everybody. Oh, look, hi, I flipped the camera on accident. So I guess I should say, hi, everybody, hi. Okay, bye, talk to you guys later.